everybody, this is Texas Tiger Diggs again, and I've got another product find and review. You guys know I'm gadget crazy. You've seen enough of my gadgets. Probably secondary or alongside metal detecting is my gadget craze, and a gadget's worth is never dictated about whether or not it's useful to you. It's whether or not it's unique or nice. Now this could be both useful and unique and very good. Now if you've this is a shovel, the reaction would be, why do I have a cover on my shovel? And there's a good reason. This is something called the Cold Steel shovel, and if you ever look at the advertising for this, or you do a Google on Cold Steel, you're likely to see a very well muscular man in fatigue bottoms throwing it at a target, or somebody hacking their way through woods, much like the other shovel I showed you, the Marbles Fireman shovel. This one is a multi-use tool, but this is actually more of a shovel. I will put the link to the other review of the other shovel down beneath here in the description. But this is a very similar type thing, but it's actually, in my opinion, a much more useful, and possibly useful in a metal detecting environment. And the reason I have this sheath on is this is not your average shovel, much like the Marble shovel. It also is, if you can tell by that shine, sharpened on every edge. And it can get a lot sharper than this. And gentlemen, if I were to drag my finger across this, I would cut myself. It's that sharp. So, if I'm in ground that will respond to a very, very good slicing tool, this is something you can use. If you got an environment where you can use it, I can't really think a reason why you shouldn't. Now, I've got a couple of the little Samson shovels, which are about 18 inch. I think this one is about 20 inches, 20 inches. So it's not that much longer. It does have a wood handle. So, that is a point of failure, but it's also a point of easy replacement. You can very easily remove this wooden handle, get another wooden handle, work it down, stick it back in here, and voila, you've got a full-length shovel that you can use. Now, in addition to the shovel, because it's so sharp, it can be a hacking tool. So if you want to get through a little brush to wherever you want to detect, that'll do that. It can be thrown. It's sharp enough that in a fight with some wild animal, you're not going to be outmatched too much except by speed and teeth, because you are going to have some bite here. So I'm not saying that's what you should ever do that to an animal that's not biting you, but if an animal bites me, he will be bit back. So I thought it's pretty cool. Now this is actually a shovel. If you see, it actually has a scoop. Unlike the Marbles Fireman shovel that is basically straight, even has a hole in it in the shape of a house or something, I guess, to give it the fireman effect. This is a usable shovel, and in fact it's so relatively sharp, means that you can really cut into the ground. But it also means that this is not something that you should handle lightly. You should basically treat this like a knife, and that's why the sheath. So if you're ever going out with this, or you are interested in taking a look at this, I would never ever carry this thing without the sheath, because you are going to hurt yourself. So it does have a certain level of danger involved in carrying and packing this. So I'm not saying this is something you should use or something should be useful. You get something a lot less sharp on either side, and it's not just beveled on the end. It's beveled, like I said, taking it back out of this sheath. It is beveled on all sides, with the exception of here. And you do have a sort of molded footrest, so you can actually get in and shove this down. So it is a useful tool, and it's something if I ever get a position where I'm in a place where I can use it, I'm going to use it. And it's called the Cold Steel shovel. I've seen it on Amazon. I've seen it on other places. I'm sure you can find it anywhere if you just Google it. and you'll find guys doing martial arts combat with it, throwing it at tree, at these, you know, those circular tree cutouts to show how it would stick, etc. So it does, for the more militaristic or more combative folks, it's a value. But I think it might also be a value for us people who just want to go peacefully and calmly dig, you know, in an area where it's wooded, where a shovel would be allowed. You know, it does have the multiple use of getting through some wooded areas and still being a useful shovel or entrenching tool. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and that's about it. It's coming up on Valentine's Day here, so if you see this much later, so I might, you know, my time is not normally all my own on the weekend, but on Valentine's Day it's definitely not my own. So we'll see how it's going. I've done some hunting, as I always do, and I'll put up a find, so you'll see some finds, and you will see a dig or two, or a lot of digs. Anyway, I will talk to you later, and you know, take a look at this, the cold steel shovel. You know, it's about so long, so it's not quite the length of my arm, so it's portable. So, you know, just something for you to think about. And it's, you know, and for you men who don't need it and just love gadgets, it's pretty cool. I'll talk to you later. You have a wonderful day.